When Russia launched its attack on Ukraine in late February, it also allegedly sent in a small private army known as the Wagner Group. According to the Times newspaper, it was tasked with assassinating President Volodymyr Zelensky. Zelensky found out about the plot and put the capital under a hard curfew for 36 hours in order to catch the would-be assassins.
За наявною у нас інформацією, ворог позначив мене як ціль номер 1, мою родину як ціль номер 2. Вони хочуть знищити Україну політично, знищивши главу держави.
The president has now reportedly survived multiple attempts on his life, at least 2 by Wagner mercenaries. The Russian government denies it deployed the Wagner Group and says it has no links to private armies, which are illegal in Russia. The West doesn't believe that.
We've got to tighten the economic vice around Putin, sanctioning more people today as we are, sanctioning the Wagner Group, looking at what we can do to stop Putin using his gold reserves, but also doing more to help the Ukrainians defend themselves.
The following month, Christo Grozev, the head of the investigative website Bellingcat, told British MPs that nearly 8,000 Wagner mercenaries had been deployed to Ukraine and that 3,000 of them had already been killed.
These sources, or some of these sources, have actually validated to us a striking number of participation by Wagner officers in the war at the moment, which is close to 8,000. That is much higher than we expected. But more importantly, they've also given us a sense for a very high casualty rate amongst the Wagner private military mercenaries, which is about 1/3 of these people, so about 3,000 people.
Grozev also reported that Wagner mercenaries were present at the massacre of civilians in Bucha in March, corroborating a similar claim made by Germany's intelligence agency. While Russia denies official links to the group, the head of Ukraine's security services has called the Wagner Group Putin's private army. But this is where experts differ. Some believe Putin does effectively control the Wagner Group and that it is run by Russia's main foreign intelligence agency, the GRU. But more often, experts describe the Wagner Group as fully private sector, owned by Yevgeny Prigozhin, a Russian oligarch close to Putin. His umbrella company, Concord, owns Wagner, which is run by Dmitry Utkin, who founded the group in 2014. Yevgeny Prigozhin is unusual. Unlike other oligarchs who made their fortune through energy or finance, Prigozhin's business is food, the wholesale sausage market, restaurants, and catering for Russia's army. That's why he's sometimes known as Putin's chef.
The investment, at least until 2016, came mostly from the corporate structures, the catering companies run by Prigozhin overcharging for their services to the state by approximately 20%. So this 20% surcharge, in fact, funded the operation of the military company.
The man who runs the Wagner Group, Dmitry Utkin, is a former colonel in Russia's special forces, the Spetsnaz. His call sign was Wagner, after Richard Wagner, Hitler's favorite composer. Utkin's believed to have neo-Nazi sympathies. He's rarely caught on camera, but he was photographed with Vladimir Putin after receiving the Order of Courage award from the president in 2016. In a way, the Wagner Group doesn't really exist. Experts say it's not a single legal entity, it's more like a shadowy network of several small firms, which makes it more difficult to monitor. Difficult, but not impossible. Its activities around the globe have been tracked by the US, the UN, and the EU for years.
They present a threat and create instability in a number of countries around the world.
The Wagner Group's first major mission was during Russia's annexation of Crimea in February 2014. Working alongside regular Russian forces, some dubbed them the Little Green Men because they were masked and wearing unmarked green uniforms. They then deployed to eastern Ukraine, reinforcing pro-Russia separatist forces in Donbass. After Ukraine, the Wagner Group expanded its operations, always in support of or aligned with Russia's interests. In the Middle East, we're talking about Syria and Libya. In Africa, multiple countries, including Mali, Mozambique, and Madagascar, Central African Republic, and Sudan. Their operations have even reached Latin America, most notably Venezuela, where they were reportedly sent to protect President Nicolás Maduro. They've often made the headlines for all the wrong reasons. and have been accused of carrying out human rights abuses pretty much everywhere they've operated. So why then does Russia, the second most powerful military in the world, allegedly use them? Experts always give two main reasons. First, using the Wagner Group gives Russia plausible deniability. In other words, Wagner does Moscow's dirty work, and Russia officially keeps its hands clean. And second, it protects Putin's image at home. Russian soldiers returning in coffins draped in the flag upsets people. The public don't care nearly as much about dead mercenaries.
Well, thanks for watching our programme. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and even subscribe.